All right. So, who do we have here?
Hello, my name is Felix. Nice to meet you.
Perfect. Felix, where are you from? How old are you?
I'm from France. I live in Paris, and I'm 27 years old.
27. Good age, good age.
Mm.
So, what brought you out to Colombia?
Okay, so I wanted to escape the French winter. So I wanted to go to a country where it's hot, warm, and because I speak Spanish, I was like, okay, let's go to South America. And I've been to other countries, and to like Bolivia, Peru, Ecuador, and the next step was logically Colombia. So that's why I'm here. And also, I wanted to practice the salsa.
Well, you came to the right place.
Hmm.
When did you start traveling?
What was the question, please?
When did you start traveling?
I started traveling the 22 of November in Bolivia.
22 in November. So that's a good 6 months.
Yeah, almost 6 months. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Is
The time goes quick.
is this the longest you ever been away from France, from
Yes,
home?
this is the longest. I've been like 3 months away in Vietnam when I was 19, but it was like the longest, and now, yeah, it's been the longest one.
Well, we just broke the record. Any culture shocks while traveling in Latin America from France?
Yeah, this is very. I think this is very different. Like for example, the community. For example, in France, people are more individual. Like you go to a restaurant, you don't really talk to the people next to you. In South America, of course, you talk to the people next to you. Also, like the food, the street food vibe is really different. They eat a lot of sugar here, like a lot of cakes, a lot of fried things. That's really different. So a lot about the food, about the people, and yeah, about also like the fact of like living in the streets. People are way more outside than in their house. So yeah, a lot of culture shock.
Nice. Any times that you were homesick, that you miss home, that you just want to leave Colombia, leave traveling, come back?
Actually, not really. Maybe sometimes I'm a bit missing cheese, but that's the only thing. Else, no, I really like the vibe here, and like I make good friends. I make like I have nice food. I see beautiful things. So no, I don't really miss friends.
Okay, okay. In your hardest times or when things are kind of bad, just struggling, how do you get through it? What do you tell yourself? What do you do?
What I do when I feel like a bit depressed, kind of, I would do some sport. Basically, like the sport helps me a lot, and then I would have nice food. And as I said, like if you sit in a table, you always have someone that will talk to you. So yeah, I just go for food, and I appreciate the moment with the people and try to make a connection. And instantly, I'm like, oh yeah, like I'm not alone. Like there's a lot of people that are okay to talk with me, that are really nice, and that I can have a conversation. So yeah, would be sport when I'm alone, and then going for some food and meet local people.
So, during your 6 months of travels, that's a long time, half a year. Were there any things that you should have done or things that you would have liked to change in your travels?
Mm, maybe I would have done like more volunteering. I've done some at the end, like 3 months ago. I started doing some volunteering in some schools, in some hostels, and this is something maybe I would have liked to do a bit before, because I think it's another way of traveling. It's really not, I really like seeing the monuments, seeing the nice things, but I also really like the experience. And yeah, this is something I would have done a bit more at the beginning of my trip, but now I changed a little bit. Like I do, of course, the touristic things, but I do a lot more experience and volunteering. So maybe that's the thing I would have done. I would have changed.
Perfect. Now, going back to France, what's on your mind on that? Are you planning to go back or just go with the flow?
When I'm going to get back to France, the goal is like to find a little job as a freelance, and so I can live a little bit for the French summer. And when the winter will come back, the goal is to travel again to another country. Could be Brazil or could be Southeast Asia or Africa. I don't know yet, but my goal is like to not do any more winter in Paris.
So, when you were planning to go to Colombia, Latin America, did you tell your friends and family and what did they say about it?
I told my friend, I told my families. My friend were super happy for me, and my family was also happy, but they were also a bit scared because they were like, "Oh, South America is super dangerous, like Ecuador and Colombia," and so they were a bit worried. But my parents are really open, like they let me do whatever I want, like they just give me a bit of warning, but. That's okay. They were a bit scared, but I text them a lot. I call them a lot, so everything is fine.
Perfect. Now, imagine you're meeting an 18-year-old person who wants to go travel, but they're just scared. They have some second thoughts. What would you tell them?
I would tell them like that. Of course, it's a bit scary when you're not at it. Like when you're planning, when you're thinking. I was super scared. Like I was scared too before, but actually, you just have to go. Like book a little bit. Like and you will not feel alone because there's a lot of backpackers or local people that will be super happy to chat with you, to share some experiences. So yeah, I would just be like plan a little bit your trip, what you want to see, and just go. Don't think that much because actually everything is super nice here, and traveling is a really nice experience.
Perfect. Any regrets? Anything on your travels on your mind?
Mm, no really regrets. Maybe like a one or two touristic spots that I didn't do. Like for example, in Bolivia, there were like the Huayna Potosi, which is like a 6,000 meter high mountain that you can climb. I didn't do this one, and yeah, maybe that's something I would have liked to do, but yeah, for another time.
Perfect. Last question. Um, you speak French. You're from France. What's something that you want to say to in French to inspire others, or whatever you're on your mind? Your choice.
Eh bah, tous les Français qui veulent voyager, bah, déjà il y a plein de Français, vous n'allez pas être trop dépaysés, mais vous pouvez aussi rencontrer plein de locaux. Et oui, prenez vos valises et partez. C'est une superbe expérience et je pense que ça ouvre beaucoup l'esprit parce que la France, c'est un pays très sympa, mais il y a d'autres choses qui existent et ça peut être bien de s'inspirer de l'extérieur pour ramener un peu de culture en France et ouais, faire évoluer notre pays.
Well said. All right. Thank you, Felix.
Thank you.